Hi guys, welcome back. This is definitely episode 10 of the Birmingham Fan TV podcast. Thank you so much for sticking around for this many episodes.
Have you seriously got nothing better to do?
I was going to say.
Have we seriously got nothing better to do?
Do you know what it is as well? People are anticipating us doing this through the summer. That's what scares me most.
I'm glad they are, because I'm not.
Well, someone's got to do it.
I've run out of stuff to talk about now, let alone when there's no football.
You wait till I bring Jack and Chris on. That's going to get good. Guys, don't forget, just before we do start, any of your thoughts, leave them down below on all the topics today. We do like to obviously get your opinions on those and share them. And also, don't forget to leave a like on the video as well. If we can hit over the 50 like mark for this video, Mark would appreciate that one. It would brighten up his summer because he's stuck fishing at the minute. So kind of like, didn't even go Reading.
No, I didn't. I went fishing.
No.
Caught a big £12 common carp.
It was very big,
It was
actually.
a monster.
Ah, fair play. I've never been fishing. So.
Well, I'll take you one day.
Group trip. Yay.
That's your way of dealing with me, isn't it? Throwing me in the
Yeah, one of us will return.
They call it disposing of the weak link. Don't forget, guys, as well, big thank you to our sponsors, Borsley Labour. Don't forget to catch us next season down there. I know it's a bit of end of season, so obviously we won't be down there much, but there are still tickets available for the Barry Fry night, so contact myself or Borsley for that one. If you're interested, it's going to be a cracking night. Not gonna lie, Mark, you coming with me?
Am I?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Are you
Barry
coming?
fucking Fry.
Barry Fry, mate.
Barry Fry!
Bit of a geezer, isn't it?
I used to love Barry Fry. First man
Still do?
when I started going.
Still do?
Well, I still do, yeah. That YouTube clip in particular that did the rounds of him. Who was he signing? I think it was when he was at Peterborough.
Yes,
There's a
yeah.
clip going around YouTube. It goes around like once a year. Please, if you haven't seen it, find it because it's funny as hell. If you like the way he talk, he's dealing with the player offering him the contract, and the player's like talking to him like he's in the pub. And he's swearing at him, you ain't fucking having that. You ain't paying that.
Yeah,
I ain't
signing
paying
on fee and
It's
stuff.
so funny. The sign
I haven't seen that.
At the end, he just shakes his hand and goes, lovely jubbly. He's like, oh. Like, imagine Pep Guardiola talking to De Bruyne like that. So,
I wasn't quite in that Barry Fry era, but like
the golden days of Barry Fry football.
I used to sit there and go like, oh my god, like Lee Clark just seems to sign everybody. Like I remember the Lee Clark days, like, and he would just blast out 20 players a season. He'd bring in free transfers through the game, and my dad sat there and goes, mate, you ain't seen nothing. Barry Fry used to bring in a new player every week.
Barry Fry was. I tell you what, if you want a good read, Barry Fry's autobiography.
Yeah,
There isn't a great deal about the Blues, because obviously he had career in various other places, Peterborough in particular. But the bit about Blues, it did not bring back memories. And his opinions of Karen Brady are particularly interesting, shall we say. And I agree with pretty much all of them.
We've all got that opinion on Karen Brady, though. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, well,
I'm staying quiet.
yeah, I was going to say you better stay quiet on that one.
Just going back to your introduction, that was very professionally done.
Oh, thank you.
Very professional. You're getting better every week.
I like to think so as well.
Yeah, I'm getting better at lying every week as well.
You really are.
With the comments, like, tell us what we're doing wrong as well, because it's been 10 episodes. We're clearly doing something wrong because, well, we must be. We're not perfect. What are we doing wrong? I'm sure there's something.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Well, in the off season, it's best time to.
Oh yeah, tell us what's crap, because I'm sure there is a lot of crap about this.
As Mark seems to tell us every week. Not this Mark, the other Mark. You.
Yeah.
You're the issue, so I'm getting rid of you.
I'm the issue. I sang that last week. I'm not repeating that.
No.
I've run out of CDs.
And also, as well, if you do get time, don't forget to go and follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. Not just you. I'm about the page. Come on, man.
I mean, do that.
Nobody cares about you. You get into fights with. If you want to see someone argue with Villa fans 24/7, go follow Mark.
Or Jack.
If you want to see someone tweet about makeup, go follow Emily. If you want to see someone that doesn't actually tweet from his own account, follow me. But no, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for the Birmingham Fan TV socials, and I'll plug these guys in there, and mine will be somewhere.
He says
down
that, but he won't.
No, I will do it.
Every week he tells me he's going to put little clips up of the show.
Look, I've got to get this done tonight. I'm down in London tomorrow.
Never
so
done it.
I've got no time to do it over the next 2 days.
Can I just hop in a second here? You boys will quite like this.
No.
I saw my parents at the weekend, and my dad thought that this was a Blues tattoo.
I saw it earlier and thought it was a Leeds tattoo.
I thought it was a Leeds tattoo when I first saw it.
It's a Tudor rose. So any of you history fans...
Which is still a Leeds tattoo.
Well, it looks like a Leeds tattoo.
No, not looks like,
technically,
it is a Leeds tattoo.
Technically, Leeds is the white rose, this is both. If you history nerds out there will understand what the Tudor Rose is.
Marching on together.
But apparently, my dad thought it was a Birmingham City tattoo, and I was like,
All
not
Leeds
yet.
in the playoffs, yeah? All Leeds in the
All
playoffs.
Leeds.
All Leeds, aren't we?
We're gonna see. Do you know what? Marching on together, second best song in football.
I agree.
Keep right on. Marching on together. You'll never walk alone, I suppose.
It's okay. Chip Butty, Sheffield United, good song.
Worst
This
song
is
is the
good.
Norwich song.
Oh yeah, that annoys me. On the Ball City, but we won't go into that one. Oh.
No, the worst song is hello, hello, hello. We don't know the words.
I just
No one behind us knows this. We just wait for the LA bit.
Dude, I bet.
LA.
I wonder whether people know what alley actually means.
What does it mean?
It means like, come on, come on.
Oh,
someone did Spanish.
It's French.
it's French.
I did both.
No, we missed
There
it.
you
No.
go.
My best friend is
Everybody
French.
I'll
missed
tell
it.
you what's a good song.
Everybody missed
We're
it.
not talking about blues at all at this point. We're still in,
We will get into
still in the
it.
introduction. It's only been 6 minutes. Tell you what's a good song. The Ollie's at the Wheel one. That was...
No, it's cursed now.
Yeah, it is cursed now, but at least it was something different for a change.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And now every team's decided to steal it. Derby sang it
Derby.
at our place, and why?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, Villa started
But that's
singing
it.
Barca tweeted it last night.
Yeah, that's a... Why don't more clubs come up with songs?
Be original.
Villa, we take the piss out of them for not having an original song.
But
how
it's
hard can
true.
it? But how hard can it be? It's a bigger pop
Saturday
song.
night, and I like the way you move.
Deanie Smith,
Connor Mahoney.
Yeah, I'm sure no one's ever done that one before.
I was going to say. Speaking of Connor, I think we should. I think it's time we actually
Connor the Dreamboat.
dissected this horrible end of season game
Mm.
because we've got to get it out of the way.
I think I went fishing.
Another band-aid, rip it straight off.
I went fishing.
I know you went fishing. We were there.
Front row.
I think that I didn't do a match preview. Didn't do a match review. Apologies. We've still been moving into our house, so I
Terrible
really
excuse.
no. I haven't had time. I went to watch Endgame on the night we got back from Reading.
Oh, don't start. I
Quality
fell
film.
asleep
She
halfway
fell
through
asleep.
because I was
Right in
so
the feels, that
tired.
was. You were tired?
Yeah, I went
Always
to take
10:30
that the night
show,
before, then went to Reading from
Well,
my parents'
You could have
house.
slept through Take That. You could have slept through Reading.
But you just
You
chose to
chose to
sit
sit
through.
through.
Rick Astley was the support act.
I don't care.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna.
I know,
run
I'll
around.
get really distracted on Rick Astley and take that song. But it was an absolutely dreadful game. It was horrendous. But arguably, it's understandable because
Yeah.
obviously it's the last game of the season, nothing to play for. My question is, why was there a Villa fan in the Reading end? Like, no problem with other teams
Because they
going to
don't
watch
live in
other
Birmingham.
people, blah, blah, blah. But why come in a Villa shirt?
They actually don't. I know the guys that run the Villa View. They run the big Villa page.
Yeah.
They both live in London.
Having
I
said
know
that,
that for a fact.
and you're right. Villa versus Arsenal in the FA Cup final
Yeah.
many years ago. I was watching that in a Arsenal pub with a blue shirt on.
But that's not in the ground.
True, it got a bit leery as well.
Did it?
I'm not surprised.
What? Why? You didn't let Arsenal win that one?
Okay, so we're in the pub. Excuse me.
It's like us seeing a Watford fan. It's like,
No, okay,
you
so-
look at it and go,
I am a cultured soul.
no, you're not.
You didn't know what my tattoo was?
I
You
did.
thought it was Yorkshire?
It is Yorkshire as Leeds should. I'm a cultured soul, and I was in London to see Phantom of the Opera, which is a very good show. I've seen it a few times. Listen to the music of the night. Very good. I recommend it. It was the same weekend that Villa were playing Arsenal in the cup final,
Yeah.
and our hotel was near Camden. So I thought, well, we'll go to Camden. We'll watch the game in the bar.
Yeah.
I'll wear my blue shirt for a laugh. There'll be no Villa fans there because Wembley's miles away from Camden. It'll be sound. No, apparently Villa fans decided, let's go to London and watch it in the pubs. So I'm sitting there with my blue shirt on. I bought an Arsenal hat.
Oh wait, hold on. This was the final a couple of years, like 2
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like ages. Like
No,
years
a
ago.
couple of years ago when they
okay.
lost 4-1. I actually had a bet on Arsenal to win.
It's 4-0,
4-0.
wasn't it?
I had a bet on Arsenal to win 4-0 and Drew to score any time.
How much did that win you?
About 100 and something quid. It was
Fair
3-0
play.
until like the 94th minute.
Yeah.
I came back from the toilet to see Giroud score the 4th goal. I spilled beer all over the place. I digress. So I'm sitting there in my blue shirt,
I regret nothing.
watching the football. Suddenly, a coin just comes flying through the sky. Knocks me on the hand. I thought, Could have been a mistake. Could have been accidents. Just a road coin. It's nothing.
Oh yeah, as it does.
I'll carry on drinking.
Flies across the pub every time we go in there. Don't worry.
Anyway, 2 or 3 start coming over. All these coins. So these 4 Villa fans walk over. And I thought, oh shit. This was probably a mistake. I didn't think they'd be in here, but there are. So I was just talking to them and trying to have a laugh and going, these Cockneys, yeah, we Brummies, aren't we? Nah, they did not see it that way. So one's got me round the throat.
What?
Yeah, and they're all kicking off. Turns out it was an Arsenal pub that we were in, which I didn't know, but it was. All the Arsenal fans get involved. This brawl ensues, all because I'm wearing a blue shirt. The bouncers get involved. They kick all the Villa fans out. The entire pub is singing shit on the Villa. And I'm sitting there thinking, I shouldn't have done this. I should have just I only came to see Phantom of the Opera, and now I'm in a bar brawl. So yeah, that's mine.
Oh wow.
So yeah, a guy wore a Villa shirt in the Reading end.
I was going to say, we were getting to that, yeah.
Moral of the story is don't wear
Moral of the story is they're fucking everywhere, these Villa fans.
You can't get away from them, can you?
Except Birmingham.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you stay in the centre of Birmingham, you're right. Anywhere else. So.
Anywhere else?
Anywhere in the country, you're pretty screwed.
Me and Arsenal were like that now.
No,
Bros.
No, you're not.
Bros.
I'm surprised they didn't beat you up as well.
He actually thought initially I was an Arsenal fan. Because he came over and said, why are you wearing that?
Taking the piss.
They beat you. I was like, no. We beat them. And then he heard the accent and realised, and that's when
it kicked off.
Oh dear.
Did you not explain to him that you were just wearing your Blues top? Like, I mean, it's a bit weird still, like a bit bait, but like...
Oh, I just thought, I'll get in there with the Arsenal fans. They'll accept me as one of their own.
I was going to say,
I've got ginger hair, that's almost red.
Like it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Reading End Villa fan, bit weird, but at the same time, bit of banter.
To be honest, I don't I'll use it as a way of taking the mickey out of them, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
It was just a bit weird.
A bit weird.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a Villa fan in other ends before when we play another team. I've seen it before, and it won't be the last time it happens.
No.
As for the game, I thought that from picking the bones from what was a dire game, we were the better team. I'm not going to talk to you about it because you didn't even watch it. I thought we were the better team. I thought that, considering Reading's decent home form in the back end of the season, we did well to get a point there. We should have won it. Had several opportunities to. Didn't take chances, but also didn't get out of second gear. Reading themselves didn't look bothered. We didn't look bothered because I don't think anybody wants to get an injury in the last game of the season when there's nothing to play for either team. Ultimately, it was under the point of the board. We finished the season 7 unbeaten.
And there were a fair few changes.
And we had Lakin, Gardner, who else played? Morabti,
Roberts,
Vassell.
Where's Harding at the back?
Harding. So yeah,
those two have barely even looked at the pitch this season.
Yeah.
Touch it.
I thought as well, sat there, stood there through the game. We said Mark Roberts was man of the match, which was a complete polar opposite from the Wigan game, where the bloke hadn't looked like he'd touched the ball in 4 years.
I feel so sorry for Mark Roberts. Wasn't he Barnsley captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, player of the season, and I always looked at him from a distance and thought, decent centre half.
Fit as well.
You've got your opinions on that, you're weird.
His suit was nice at the player awards.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, I
saw him.
I thought he was... he was man of the match easily, and I think that our defence was a lot better against Reading than it was against Wigan.
Yeah, solid.
Because I think against Wigan it was just a weird game.
Shambles.
But I think we were a shambles up front on Sunday. Shea obviously wasn't in the game. Obviously, he didn't really want to
get
be.
Injured before his summer transfer debacle, we'll call it.
His tweet was very much a
goodbye.
Yeah.
You should have heard his interviews as well at the awards. Bye.
It was very much like, I don't want to say too much about this club because I'm going to be leaving.
What was her name?
Hayley McQueen.
Hayley McQueen. What's your targets for next season? Wow. I don't really know. To be fair, that's because he doesn't know where he's playing.
What's your targets? Well, I'm looking at 4 properties in Newcastle at the moment. They're really nice.
I was going to say, probably will go Newcastle if they spend... Wow, that'd be a good fit. Yeah, I think they would, but whether they're going to spend some money or not, that's the question.
We don't.
I thought that there was a couple of standout players. I thought
Craig Gardner
was
is
excellent. was excellent. And with all due respect to Charlie Lakin, I thought that Craig covered Lakin. He covered two positions. I thought Lakin was well out of the game.
I won't hear a bad word against Lakin. I didn't even watch the game, but I like Charlie.
I like him.
He needs to buy a pair of socks.
Tenacity.
With that suit, but I like Charlie.
I really like him. I think his energy and his commitment is there.
He loves his mum.
Yeah, but mate, he doesn't make him a good footballer. I
Person.
don't think he's a great footballer, if I'm honest.
Oh, I disagree. I think that game, the famous coldest night ever against Huddersfield, I thought it was brilliant. That cup game a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was on against tired legs, though, I thought.
Oh, come on. He was still good.
I personally believe that he is a very overhyped average player.
Whoa.
Swan's been smoking the
I just think
I think he's very average. I don't think he's any better than Craig Gardner. I don't think he's any better than anyone in that midfield. But I think he's got a lot of growth and a
lot of potential.
Yeah, he has. But at the moment,
and
he wouldn't.
Was he playing in the centre?
Yeah.
He does normally play out wide.
Is it?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
I think that a loan deal.
So there.
Well, that stumped me.
A loan deal's going to do him good next season.
No,
get him out on loan.
No.
Get him out on loan. No. Loan him to League One.
No.
Give him some match experience. Let's be honest. Are you going to pick him over Kiftembeld?
Maybe.
No.
With a broken neck?
Are you going to pick him over Gary Gardner?
No. Keep going.
Are you going to pick him over Craig Gardner?
Yes. Keep going.
David Davis?
Yes. Keep going.
You're mad.
Keep going. There's more.
Kiftembeld, Gary.
I'm not talking centre.
Oh,
Goma, yes.
What? Nah, you're mad. You're mad.
We'll see.
I think that he's got something. He's clearly not a bad footballer.
I think after his performance,
think he lacks experience. He lacks match
composure,
game management.
Can we just not slag Charlie Lakin anymore? It's his birthday today.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Happy 20th. You make me feel like an old woman.
He's younger than me.
He's 2 years younger than me.
He's a bit younger than me.
A little bit. We won't mention Mark's age. It's a bit rude.
He's the elder brother of the podcast.
Mark's that much older than me. If you can see the number, you'll get it.
That means you're that much older than me.
Should we continue? I'll probably be in bed by 10. Come on.
Overall, good game. Good game. Good result. Poor game.
Pointless result. Pointless
game. 7
unbeaten
unbeaten was a decent end to the season. Considering we went through an absolutely wretched month.
Pointless game. Pointless draw. Pointless streak. Pointless end to the season.
Yeah, but you've got to take positive. You've got to pluck positives from things.
Meh.
Yeah.
I'd rather forget that game and just move on now.
Meh. Season ended 2 games ago.
Yeah.
The under-23s played, and
in the final,
they did phenomenally well to get past Ipswich, breezed past Ipswich. I thought it was a bit unfair that the final was played at Ellen Road, but there we go.
You can't talk. You got a Leeds tattoo.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're not going to ask you. They went to penalties. 120 minutes were played. I watched the game because my work is that boring at the minute, and I watched the whole game. Several players stood out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Odin Bailey looks really good, very talented in the 23s. There's a lad at left back, I think it's Redmond. At left back, looks really good. And there's a few players I didn't think had a great game. Corey O'Keefe, who's captain at the minute in the under 23s, has obviously been on pre-season with us a few times.
Yeah.
Thought he was actually really poor. And there's the lad up front that was last week linked with Man U, that George guy.
George.
Oh, I don't know what his name is. Something George. I didn't think he was very good. Played up front. Was that number 9?
Oh, did we meet his parents last year?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Different George.
I think that obviously then we went on to lose 4-2 in the penalties. Clearly needs to work on the penalties because it was bad. I think Leeds goalkeeper had in the 120 minutes we should have won, but their keeper had an outstanding game.
What cup was this?
It was the youth league, wasn't it? It's the playoff.
For which league?
It was the domestic league that our under 23s are in, because there's leagues, isn't there?
Yeah, I get that. But basically, what I'm saying,
I think it's like the 3rd division we were in.
Oh, okay, so we're not the pinnacle of.
No,
I think Wolves finished top of the top division. I think.
Yeah, because by
a bit behind.
By all accounts, our youth team is a hot prospect, shall we say?
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz around them.
Yeah.
But is that because journalists need to write something every day and they run out of stuff to write?
Yeah.
Or is there a genuine buzz? I'll be honest, there is so much football on TV. It is hard to keep up with everything. I speak to Chris about women's football.
Yeah.
I would love to watch women's football.
Yeah, me.
I ain't got the time to do it. I watched the cup final the other day, which was great. Unfortunately, Man City won. Didn't really want either to win.
Yeah.
I quite liked the left back from West Ham, so I wanted West Ham to win. But anyway, that's beside the point. I would love to watch women's football. I'd love to watch youth football. But there's just so much on. You're so saturated with football. So I know the names. I know Bellingham is a hell of a prospect.
Yeah.
I've seen the highlight clips.
Looks good.
But the common thing these days is you watch a 2-minute video on YouTube and now you're an expert on the player.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend and lie and blag that I know loads about our youth team, because I don't.
Mm.
And you can show me all the highlight packages, I still don't know. Because until you actually watch them play, whenever we sign a new player, for example, Murabti, when he was coming in, he's brilliant, he's class.
No one's watched him.
Never heard of him,
No.
Chekandoy, he's amazing. You see? I'll judge them when they get here.
But that's it. I think my old man said it 5 years ago. He said, be careful when commenting on a player, because YouTube's a brilliant thing with editing. You can just stick all their best moments.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
You never see the bad moments.
No.
And he's so right, but at the same time, when you watch I watched the 120 minutes, so I can judge over a long period.
That's what I say. Is the buzz a genuine buzz? We've got something to be excited about, or is it people on Twitter wanting to sound like they know what they're talking about, and journalists having bills to pay? I
think that the under-23s played to the same way that the first teams played. I think they're told to do that.
Limit the system.
4-4-2, very rigid. They play with two strikers that work well.
Have they got one bloke in the middle who just runs around kicking everyone like Keith?
Yeah, Sturk. Sturk is my brother's mate.
There you go.
Ryan
Sturk. And he did very well. He's a very good player.
I was in Sturk again.
Sturk. We don't want to talk about Sturk.
I'm not doing it because I do it every episode.
Yeah.
Boring.
So yeah, I think that ultimately we do have a lot to be excited about with the youth. There is a few players I would pick there to go on pre-season tour, which is rumoured to be in Portugal.
Portugal.
I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed, obviously, but unfortunately, I'm in America. I was hoping maybe that I could go.
Unfortunately, yeah. Good.
Yeah, I was going to say yeah.
Yeah, all right, Graham. Sorry, I don't want to go to America anymore. I'm going to Portugal.
Portugal.
You're so ungrateful.
So no, I think that the hype itself is fair. But which players? There's a select few, I think. Not all of them will make the cut, which is granted.
Bellingham even get on the pitch in that final?
Yeah, he came on off the bench with 10 minutes of normal... I think he played 40 minutes. And we looked better.
It kind of shows what I was saying about the... what's the word I'm looking for? Not false hype, but... unsubstantial hype, should we say? Yeah. Basically, hype without evidence.
Yeah.
People were saying, put him on last game of the season, start him, give him a run out. He's not even starting for the youth team. So let's not pretend like...
Let's be careful.
Barca are after him and he's going to start for us and he's the next Messi. He's not even playing for the youth team at the moment. Is that because he's injured or something? I don't know. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But the youth setup is,
very good.
To my understanding, very good.
Yeah.
And the scouting system, to my understanding, is also very good.
Yeah.
So,
has been for many a year now.
The only way's up, Jimbo.
I'm going to get involved with these. I'm going to have to.
He's got a good voice as well.
I have got a really good voice to sing, and I just don't ever sing.
Don't you ever overshadow me.
You wait till karaoke night. It's going to get good. It's going to get good. Okay, so it is the off season, and
how American does that sound?
Off season. It's true though. It's the off season. I'll call it the off season. I also call it high school. Go on.
High school.
Burn me in the comments. Do it. Go on.
High school.
Instead of secondary school, yeah.
Oh. No, you're alright with that.
I don't think I'm...
No, you're alright with that.
I've seen a few things on Twitter like...
My wife teaches at a high school and high school is in the title.
Thank you.
No, you're right.
Thank you.
You're right. You shut your face. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You are.
Yeah.
James,
Shut your face.
Shut your mouth.
Maybe that's posh people at secondary school.
Shut your mouth. Hot.
It's even worse that you call yourself posh.
You call me posh all the time.
You act it, but you're not.
Stuck up, I think he means.
Yeah, I was trying to be polite. Jesus
Pompous.
Christ, mate.
Yeah.
I think it's important. Obviously, I've got a list in mind. List me the players that you would have depart the club, whether it be loan or
Who don't want to sod off?
loan or free transfer, or go, or that will get a fee. I'll list mine off quickly. I'd loan Truman out next season, try and bring in another keeper and have Camp as a rotation
Apparently
keeper.
we were interested in one, aren't we?
Yes,
That's
was going to get
Burnley,
onto that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll hold off on
Josh Cogley, I would loan out. I think Josh Cogley's a decent player.
It's only because you can't pronounce the first part of his surname.
that.
Dacres
Dacres.
I thought it was Dacres.
I ain't got a clue.
Cogley. Craig, I'm 50-50 whether we sell him or not. If we could get a decent price, I'd sell him.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not. You know that for a fact.
No, he's too old. He probably
This
doesn't
is
want to
money.
go anywhere. No one probably wants him.
No.
He'll end up being a coach.
Yeah.
It depends, but you know.
Adore Robbo.
Lakin, I'd loan out. Lakin, I would loan out. You've got to stop.
KMT.
If we're serious about progressing next season, he needs a loan. Mahoney, controversially, I'm not overly keen on re-signing him.
No, we said that before. Haven't
Yeah.
we? YOLO.
This is just my opinion, though. Not that I think he's a bad player, I just think that I would like to see us go for something a bit different. But that's me. We're all entitled to our opinion. Gary Gardner, I'd only re-sign him at the right price. Be it $1.5 million. But that's me, again. I'm being very controversial tonight. Isaac Vassell, I would sell him.
You know what, though? I absolutely agree.
There's going to be no one left.
I agree.
Hold on. Most of them are being
He
loaned
wants to
out.
bring in Brits and Bologna.
No.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
No, forget bricks.
If
We
we
don't-
sell
ain't
all
got
these and get
money.
Marlon Pack, then so.
yeah, I was going to say, you don't count all your chickens. Yeah, hold on, slow down. Right, hear
Let
my
me grab my phone
argument.
a sec so I can get the team up.
Yeah, that's right.
Hear my argument. Isaac Vassell has been back since mid to late January. Yes or no?
Yes, it was just for my birthday. So
Regardless of how many starts he's made, every time he's come on, has he actually done anything?
I've nearly had as many starts as he has.
Yeah, I know. He's probably started 2 or 3 games since he's been back. But how many times has he come on and he's made an impact or he's done something? He does nothing. I am his biggest fan. I thought last season he showed so much. What has he done?
To be fair,
He was good against Forest.
Yes, okay. Against Forest, he came on and had 10 good minutes. Agreed.
That's all he was
I will-
given.
Yeah, but I will agree with you on that one. Other than that, he's done nothing. He started the other day, did nothing. Started against Millwall,
Did any of them
nothing.
do anything?
Mark Roberts.
There was a few players that
Craig.
stood out that came in.
But then again, I think that if it's saying, yeah, he only had 10 minutes, well, if he was a decent enough impact sub, he'd come on and make a difference.
Emily.
Colin Mahoney comes on and makes a difference.
Emily.
Yes.
Who is your favourite player?
Luke Shukovic.
Exactly.
Josh Decker is
Who
Cogley.
won 3 awards at the Player Awards?
Josh Decker is Cogley.
Shea Adams won 4.
4 awards, sorry. Shea won 4. Duke, as had the season of his life, would have won all those awards if Shea wasn't here. Shea did win.
Disappointed he didn't.
Let me finish my point.
Disappointed he didn't.
Duke would have won all those awards if Shea wasn't here. Shea is here and did win all those awards. So how in the blue hell is Isaac Vassell going to push one of them out of the team?
No, not necessarily pushing that team. What I'm saying is, when he's come on, he hasn't.
I'm not expecting
He
him to
hasn't.
start.
He hasn't
He's
really
barely had
done.
a chance to come on.
But I would still give him the first part of pre-season to prove himself again. Maybe if he comes back and gets a grueling 2 or 3 weeks under his belt, he'll kick on.
Look, players like McGowan have come on and made a change to the game.
Mahoney's made a change. I would rather us re-sign Mahoney.
Would you get rid of Roberts?
No, because we only
Why
have
not?
3.
What's he done
We
this
only
season?
have 3
What's he
centre
done?
backs.
What's he done?
We only have 3 centre backs.
How many strikers we got?
I think Roberts.
3?
Roberts is more reliable at this level. He's played here before.
Opinions are like a backside. Everybody's got one.
Everyone's got them. Doesn't make them wrong. We're all our different ones.
But of the 3 of us, mine's the best.
Okay.
Rear of the year.
And finally, Shea will go. There's no question about that. He's going to go. So these are the players I've gone. I've gone with 8 departing, whether it be loan or on a permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what you're wrong about him.
Well, Conor Mahoney's obviously going to go. I would love to re-sign him, but I just think maybe money-wise, we probably won't be able to afford it.
I'm selling Vassell and half the rest of the team. So
well, as we stand,
I've rattled you, and if I've rattled someone if someone's watching this that doesn't agree, please do let me know. Honestly, I just think that personally, Vassell. Maybe I'm being critical, but also you need to be critical to succeed.
You've given him no chance whatsoever.
Okay.
I'd like to see Isaac Vassell actually go out on loan to maybe another lower championship side or League One, just to get that confidence back. Maybe a 6-month loan till January.
Yeah,
to
maybe
get his confidence back.
I'm not saying it might be a permanent, maybe a loan deal.
Bearing in mind he's come back from a really difficult injury, it messes with your head a little bit. So I think maybe getting that confidence.
James has an injury, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, he's never got back
when
again.
When he played for Nottingham Forest.
Did you ever know that?
I would keep Potter now, because I think we were saying a few episodes ago that we would sell him. I think
financially, if we could keep him, I'd keep him.
I think he's turned the corner.
I see you nodding gently.
I would personally.
He's very annoyed that I've said sell.
I'd loan out Truman. I'd loan out Lubala. Because I'd like to see him get more game experience. Because I think he's a really good talent. And I think he's got a lot to offer. I just think he needs more game time. And then, Charlie Lakin, I'd like to see go out on loan as well.
It's pretty much the same there and thereabouts.
I think I've got a few less than you.
Yeah.
You were very hypercritical.
I have to be. Well, you have to be. I'm sorry. I didn't even know this quickly before we got into that. QPR have appointed Mark Warburton as manager.
Yeah,
that was earlier today.
I didn't see that.
#facts.
I didn't see that. I think that's a crap appointment from them. Very unambitious.
They can't really get much worse, though, can
They're
they?
fucking bastards, I don't care. Stuff them.
I thought they'd have been better for Steve McLaren, but there you go. Anyway, carry on.
Lee Camp, keep but not play.
Yeah, I'd have him as backup.
So, replace him. Pedersen, keep if we have to but not play. I think he's a liability.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's at fault for a lot. Roberts, let him go, because I think if he's just... He has been Barnes' captain, and Barnes might not be Barcelona, but to go from captain to sitting on our bench, coming on once in a blue moon,
it's not great.
If he wants to go, let him go. If he wants to stay, Sam will keep him. I don't know what wages he's on, because
I'd like to see him play a bit
probably
more.
just wrote a number on the wall and allowed to.
I'd like to see him play a bit more, rotate. I think I'd like to see a bit more rotation.
I wouldn't, because I think if the last few games show us anything, it's that if you remove Harley and Morrison out of the team, the hot defensive spine sort of breaks.
I don't know. We only conceded 1 in 2.
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. I'll give you that.
We did look bad against Wigan. I'm not going to.
I think there is a trust that you build, particularly with the defence.
Yeah.
And you need someone who's ready and willing to cover Pedersen, because he's a liability.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you on Pedersen. I do think if anywhere is weak for us, it's that left back position.
Keith and Bell, I don't know who would have him. I think he's great for us, but I can't imagine him ever playing for anyone else.
No.
I really can't.
You couldn't imagine him in like a Forest.
Literally anyone else. I could not imagine him ever being successful anywhere else. No. But he works.
But
he
fits us. He
fits us. Max Collin, whatever. Give him
a statue.
Key to the city.
There's your statue from a few episodes ago.
Oh yeah.
Give him a Max Collin statue.
Monet, same as you. If he comes back, great. He seems to have enjoyed himself. Not that bothered if
I'm 50-50. I'm not being horrible. I like him. I think he's a good kid. He works hard and he's got something about him. Just
take less touches.
Yeah, he's got things to improve on.
Pass the ball.
So have a lot of them though.
Yeah. Craig, I don't think will go anywhere, because I think he's at an age now where he's happy, he's settled. And I think, regardless of what you think of him as a player, he's probably quite good for the club.
I think he's a good player. If he's on his game, I think
I think he's better than people give him credit for.
Yeah, 100% with that, yeah.
And yeah, I'd keep him. I don't think anyone particularly wants him. And I don't mean that offensively. I just mean at his age. How old is he?
I think he's
31.
That's old. Trust me, I feel it in bones. That's old.
He aches when he gets home from this.
Making that. That's why I swivel in the chair. Keep moving before the arthritis.
Get those oxygen to the joint.
The joints are seasoned.
Yeah.
Oh God, my knee.
Shay Adams is nothing but a memory.
Yeah. I can see the tear rolling down your eyes.
Jukovic, keep him, obviously, fingers crossed.
I think he'd command a decent fee. If anyone was coming, I think the club would be looking 5 or 6 million
ever. So,
I think you'd be looking at 5 or 6.
Isaac Vassell, you're mad to want to get rid of him. I honestly
don't
He has got the core attributes to be a very good player. He's got strength, he's got speed, and he's young. You can build on the rest.
Maybe
I think he's got the talent as well, but you can build on
loan him out. If he ain't going to improve, he's not going to improve on our bench, is he?
No, he's not. But we're not having Che Adams, so are you playing up front?
We will.
This mystery shot striker that
we will 2 billion% replace him. Who are we replacing with, and how much we spend? I don't know.
So why are we replacing with another Bogle?
We're in big trouble then, aren't we?
Exactly. So that one backup striker you're going to loan out.
Don't. My brother saw Omar's goal the other day against Stoke and almost cried because he loved him that much.
Our one backup you're shipping out based on a couple of bit part performances because he wasn't good enough to push out the 2 players in our team that had seasons of their lives. He's not good enough.
I'm just speaking. This kid needs to improve fast.
Football is a cutthroat business.
How can you know if he needs to improve? You've never seen the bloody kid play?
You can get enough from watching him. He started the other day. Okay, once again, I watched him from the start against Reading, and I was very keen to see how he played. I said, here we go. I'm not saying he had a woeful game.
You are.
But he didn't do anything.
You told me no one did anything.
I said, Mark Roberts played well. I said, where's Harding? No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
But we excuse that.
No, we don't excuse it.
So if the player of the season won 4 awards, scored more goals than anyone has for years at the Blues, if he doesn't turn up, that's alright. But if Vassell doesn't turn up, ship him out.
I just think that was his chance. You out to prove yourself, aren't you?
Well,
I can see both sides.
If the people playing with you can't be arsed, you've not got much to feed off, have you? Look at Shea last year when everyone could be arsed.
But my problem with Vassell is he had one phenomenal run in that game. He beat 2 players. He ran.
Let's get rid of him then.
He ran from 40 yards, beat 2 players cut inside, and had a good shot with his left foot that was saved low down. I think Adams should have scored the rebound. I don't know how he missed. And I thought, there we go. That's what he can do right there. He burned past 2 people without even breaking a sweat. Hit quite a strong left-footed shot, which is his weak foot, down low, which the keeper had to get to. And I thought, that is the player I expect, and we know he's got. We've watched him in the under-23 sometimes. He seems to produce it, but then when he comes into the first team, he never does it, and he didn't do anything for the rest of the game. His hold-up play was poor. His movement, he didn't work for anything.
This is word for word exactly what I said about Che Adams at the end of last season.
Maybe, and if he does come and prove us wrong, Mark, I owe you 20 quid.
Okay, deal. Right, let's move on.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he's not showing me the characteristics that he's up for.
And neither did Shea last year.
Yeah, you are right.
Of course I'm right.
Of course.
Harley Dean, keep, obviously. Marabti, you could say exactly the same about Marabti as you've said about Vassell.
I think he's turned up.
I think Marabti's done really good.
I think he's had bit part performances. Yeah. If you can't judge Vassell on his bit parts...
Yeah, alright, they both need pre-season.
Okay, I've hammered that point into the ground.
Yeah.
Jack, replace him. But I'd switch him for Lakin, perhaps, I don't know.
Oh, shut up with this Lakin on the left-hand side, balls.
Gary Gardner, if we can get him. I actually would pay a bit over the odds for him because I think he's great and I think he cares about the club and enjoys the club.
Yes, he does.
And it will wind Witten up a bit.
I'm thinking on a financial level. We have to be careful.
You're right, we do have to be careful, but...
I do love him. I would love to see him back. There's not a bit in me that doesn't want him to come back, but I just don't want us to spend over the odds on him.
When I was at a former company, who I don't wish to name, I was there for 10 years and I was...
Legal reasons.
They're still trying to get me.
Still legal reasons.
I was there for 10 years and I was in charge of training towards the end of it for the Birmingham area. I always said, I can teach someone to do this job. I can't teach them to care about the job. And that is kind of the same with Gary Gardner. He can ply his trade at Blues, but you can't teach him to care about the Blues. That has to be in him. Yeah. And I think that's in him. I think he actually cares about the club.
Yeah, 100%. And
has learned to sort of love the club.
He's a
regardless
Blues
of his
fan.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a Blues fan.
You can't teach that. You can perhaps coerce people into believing that way and getting them to sing FEFL and all that sort of stuff. But you either have that passion in you or you don't. And I think Gary's got it in him. And I know that people sometimes take shots at you if you talk about passion too much. And, passion's not everything, you're right, it's not everything. But I think Gary has been massively underrated at his previous clubs, particularly Witten, who claim that he's their 8th choice midfielder. Balls. if they don't go up and all their players bugger off, there's a chance they won't be selling him at all.
Yeah.
Because he's had a very good season at us. Whether the fans will accept him again, I don't know. But I would pay slightly over the odds for him because, to me, it wouldn't be over the odds. For our financial state, the status and situation might be over the odds, but I don't think it would. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Jose Ignacio Pelletiero Romano or Jota.
Well, you got to go the long way round.
I probably pronounced every one of those words wrong, but I
think he's turned up last couple of games.
Yeah, so if we can play, if Monk can get players in that fit a diamond formation,
yes,
and we can play with the diamond,
which is what we said a couple of
episodes
back.
We've said this a million times. We're keeping for that. If we're going to keep him on the wing 4-4-2,
probably not.
I'd sod him off personally.
Yeah.
JDC, Jack Davis Cogley.
I'd want to know how to pronounce
that. JDC.
JDC, that's all you need to know. Not first, keep him, get rid of him. Don't know enough about him, if I'm honest.
Can't believe you called him JDC.
JDC.
Why not?
Represent yo.
Just some common boy, I'm not from the hood.
Yeah, check it, yeah. David Davis has had a dreadful few appearances.
He's our new neighbour, isn't he?
Yeah, he's absolutely dreadful few appearances. I actually thought he was great, not great, but good last season. He's been injured. He's been out with the fold. Let's give him another season.
I think last couple of games, he was bad when he first came back. Really bad. I think he's gradually picked up per performance.
I don't think he'd command much money if we got rid of him anyway.
No, of course
with
not.
all due respect to him. So
he's only going to be a squad player if he stays anyway.
Keep him. Truman, you're right. Loan him out. Particularly if we keep him camp.
Yeah.
Loan Truman. Michael Morrison, give him a new contract. Labar, loan him out. Charlie Lakin, break him into the first team. Jack Weaver, know nothing about him, loan him out.
Apparently he's like the nicest guy.
Wes Harding, I would allow to leave for his sake. Because Max is so good.
Loan or permanent?
It depends how long we got Max for. What's Max's contract?
I think it was like 5 years or something.
No, it wasn't. It was three-year deal.
Why do I feel it was 5 years?
The end of this year, isn't it?
Max is phenomenal. In my opinion, Wes Harding's not going to push him out. I also don't think he'll push out Harley Dean for certain. Michael Morrison, maybe, but there's Roberts there to take his place. But again, as I say...
What about Pedersen, though? Would he push out Pedersen?
He can't play on the left, can he?
Yes. A few times.
Has he been really good? No, they usually switch Max over to the left. And he goes right.
No, Wes has played on the left a few times, I think. But it's more like a...
We've got Grounds to come back.
Oh, God, yeah. Crack out those videos again.
Yeah. So Wes Harding, if he came to the club and said, "Look, I feel I've got some promise about me. I would like to leave," I think it would be a bit unfair for us to say, "Nah, sit on our bench," because I think he has got promise. I would like to keep him, but for his sake, same as Mark Roberts, if they want to go, at this point we're not missing out on anything, particularly if we've got Max on a decent contract. As for players who aren't with us currently, I don't know if they're in contract or not, but Groundinho.
No, get them all gone.
I like Groundinho, but from a
part of the bomb squad, isn't it? Though?
From a purely morale reason, those that aren't in the club now.
Part of the bomb squad.
Bomb squad, yeah. You never heard that saying?
You never heard that squad? What?
Yeah, it's
that's brilliant.
It's
I
like
that.
It's a turn. You need to.
For a purely morale reason, Kujak, Stockdale, Groundinho,
and
Doy,
Stewart.
Stewart's already gone, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's out. It's only because he's out of contract in the summer he's going.
Keita, I think he's terrible.
I'd give him a pre-season. I would give him a pre-season.
I think he's useless. This will come back to haunt me next year.
Yeah, of course. when he turns out to be the best winger in the championship.
Yeah. Same with yourself. Yeah.
You want to play him left wing, Stal?
That's where I want to play him. I don't want to play him at left back.
Do
absolutely
not play him as left back because he's
absolutely not
dire at left back.
Steve Seddon, I'd like to see left back.
Yeah, possibly. Fabrini, have we still got him on the books?
No, he went. We terminated his contract. Yeah, midway through this October.
I think that's the lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the whole team. So of those, I'm getting rid of Roberts if he wants to leave.
Harsh, but okay.
No, only if he wants to leave.
That's essentially it. And Laval
you'd loan a few out
on loan, and Harding if he wants to leave.
Yeah. So
I don't think we're too far away from a decent squad. I really don't.
Yeah, but we lack a good amount of depth. But
that's
for the summer. That's for the summer to decide. I want to rate the 19 players that have mainly played as a.
We go through all again.
I'm just going to reel off names. You're going to give me a number out of 10. I'm going to go through my 19. Then I'm going to read the things out.
I'll go
across.
We'll go across. Waffled for 10 minutes.
That's fine. Yeah.
Wrap up fine.
I have to speed Mark along with these things.
I waffled.
the 19 players for me that have racked up a decent amount.
Was good, though,
it was very good. I like
that. Out of 10, there's 19 players. I'd give Camp a 7.
Yeah, 7's fair. 7.5 perhaps. He gets a lot of stick, but compared to Stockdale last season, yeah, you know my opinion on goalkeepers, hardest position on the pitch.
So 7, 7.5 slash. I'm going with 7.
Agree.
Yeah, 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Colin, 8. I've gone for. I'm going for an 8. 9.
800. 62.
I didn't even need to turn.
1,000.
I didn't even need to turn.
10 out of 10. He is cracking.
Didn't even need to ask.
He's the best player on that pitch.
I'm only giving him an 8 because he had a wobbly patch around Christmas. No. Only giving him an 8 because he had a wobbly patch around Christmas time and he was injured. But you know what? I'm allowed my opinion. For the sake, man, let me have it. God, I'm shaking.
Max Collins is immense.
God,
the fact that his name wasn't even mentioned around the awards. I know everyone's saying Jukovic should have won one.
He should have.
Max Collins should have won one. Still.
Yeah, but right backs go under the radar.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh no.
6.5 for Harding. 6.5.
Harding didn't see enough of him. 6.
6.5.
6.5. I think 6.5, and I was being cutting under. Roberts 6.
Didn't see enough of him. 6.
Yeah, 6.
6. Yeah, it's hard to rate those players that haven't.
It is really. Yeah, it's not fair on them. But
I gave Morrison a 7.5.
7.
7.
Mainly because I don't really. Something doesn't sit right with me. I really like Morrow, but I feel like sometimes he can be so wobbly and so susceptible. But then again, he's also one of the best players on the pitch sometimes, so I'll give him a 7 because I'm really
inconsistent. I find, but there we go.
7 for his defending, plus 0.5 for his goals.
Yeah, good.
So you're going for an 8.5?
No, 7.5.
No, I thought you said 1.5. I'm sorry, I'm
7 for the defending.
Yeah, that's pretty much the rating I was going for. He gets a half for his goals this season.
Did you pass maths?
Probably did better than you, but okay.
No, I got an A.
Harley Dean, 7. Probably would have been an 8 if he had not been injured, because I know his performances would have been slightly better. But at times in the air, he let us down at times this season.
I'd maybe go 7.5, but 7 I wouldn't argue with 7.
Yeah,
7.5.
7.5. I went a bit low then, evidently. Pedersen, 6.5.
2.
You really don't like Pedersen. I think he's had good games, but he's also had bad games. 6.5 for me.
6.
6.
I'd give him a 5.
I wanted to say 5, but I thought I'd get slagged off. But now you've said 5, you can get slagged off.
Only because I feel like he's been such a liability, and if he hadn't been such a liability, we could have got more points.
I think they attack down that side for a reason. And it could be that Max is so good that they have to, so they're forcing mistakes out of him. But yeah.
Craig, 6.
6, Hanson enough.
Don't take your favouritism towards him.
5.5.
Oh, that's harsh.
I thought we were the horrible ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're horrible.
Yeah.
Gary, 7.
7, 8.
Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you.
I like Gary. 8.
I
think he's bought something with Keith and Bell running around like
Madman.
Like literally just with a thirst for blood. Like, what if he had a knife? That's what I worry about.
Like a little kid running after sweets.
Did you ever see that? Exactly that. Did you ever see that video of that dog with a GoPro in its mouth?
Yes.
That's what Keith Bell. That's Keith Bell.
That's Keith Bell eye view.
There he goes. He's off, like running around like. He's never got the ball at his feet. He's just running after things.
I think Gary Garner has sort of single-handedly been the playmaker. He might not be an Iniesta playmaker, but he's our playmaker.
I'm swinging for 4.
4?
No, 4A.
Oh, I was going to say.
I want to say 7.25 because I don't think he's been consistent enough in most games to have a 7.5. But he's not poor enough for a 7, so I'm going to be really awkward.
See, I went for a 7.
I want to be awkward.
I know.
I think he would have earned an 8 from me had he have not at times let us down with composure in certain games. I think in certain games, especially at home, we lacked composure where we could have won.
I wouldn't argue with less than 8.
Yeah.
Anything between 7 and 8.
I think 7 was my low end, and I thought it was just about swing it that way. But had we have done slightly better in other games, Millwall, Bolton, those sorts of games, he really let us down in those.
He came off sick quite a few times, didn't he, to be fair to him,
twice. But he would have got an 8 from me. But there you go. Clifton Bell got a 7 from me. Had a rocky start, but really picked up sort of November time onwards.
Yeah, Okay, 6.75.
Okay, fair.
I just love him, so I'll give a 7.
7, yeah. David Davis, 6.
6.
Didn't really do enough for me. Picked up towards the back end.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I was going to say 5.5, but he really did improve. So
5.5 Lakin.
Didn't see enough of him. 6.
No, I think maybe I'm being harsh. Yeah,
6 is mine.
6. And
he was brilliant against Leeds, and every other game I've seen him since then, he's been.
He played well against Sheffield United and Leeds away.
I'm going to give him a 5.5.
Sheffield United, yeah, let's get rid of him.
I said loan him. Oh my goodness, I'm going to cry.
5.5.
Mahoney, 6.5.
Is that it?
That's
harsh. Harsh.
You're a horrible person.
No, yes. I'm not. I'm
Who even are you?
I'm ruthless.
I'm supposed to be the ruthless one.
7.
7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Emrabti 6. Didn't play enough.
6 didn't see.
Yeah. Needs a pre-season under his belt. Mags 7.5.
7.
I think at times he's been unplayable.
Do you know what?
At times
I'll give you 7.5 because of his defensive work.
Thank you. That's what got it.
I agree, but I think 7.
Yeah. Hotter 7.5 as well from me. I think 7.5 for Hotter. At times he's unplayable as well. I think if you look at his stats over the season, he's been almost pivotal to us at times.
7. Those times are few and far between.
I think he's become a lot more consistent.
I think he's a 7 for me because he's consistent at being inconsistent.
Okay, fair enough. Shea got Vass got 5.5.
6 didn't see enough,
but 6 I won't argue with.
I'll go over 5 because I didn't see enough, and I'm harsh.
That's very harsh. Shea got a 9 from me.
10?
Are you mad? It has to be a 10. He's the best one.
I don't give 10s.
Well, what's the point?
No, he always tells me I'm a 9.5, not 10. So
let's be honest, love, you're a 6 at best.
I know.
I said a 6.5. I don't know where she heard 9 from. Who have you been speaking to?
How can you not give him a 10? Because I'll get over it. What's you up to do? Yeah, I said it. I'm what? I'm the alpha here.
To be fair, I do the cleaning. He does the cooking.
I'm a good cook.
How can you not give him 10?
Okay, maybe 9.5. I kind of underhit it. Go with a 9.5.
10. Okay.
10.
Okay.
I'm not going to try and
I am harsh in my marking. And again, I think I was a bit harsh on Duke. I gave him a 9 as well. But
10.
I'll go with a 9.5 as well.
I'd go with 9.5 because he hasn't been as good as Shea, and I think Shea is the benchmark for the 10.
9.75 then.
9.5 for both.
9.9.
9.9
recurring.
I think we're going to round this off quickly with a few questions from social media.
Can we talk about the topic?
Yeah, I think that was the first question. Okay, so obviously if you weren't aware of the weekend, if you went on social media, what rock were you under?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Obviously the players at the end of season awards went out after the awards. Shea swept the board, of course. Obviously the official after party was at Nouveau. Looked pretty interesting. Didn't go. Didn't like the look of it. But then obviously the players proceeded to join in with fans singing Shit on the Villa and Foot the EFL. And obviously videos have got online. I'm not going to bring up names. You probably know already, but that's fine. I sit on the fence with this one. Very difficult one for me to judge. I find it's very split between the older generation have gone completely out of order. It's not on. It's not acceptable. The younger generation have come to his defence. And I kind of see both sides.
Yeah, well, the player we're talking about in particular is
Harley Dean,
who sang
Foot the EFL.
If you haven't seen the video, it has been taken down now.
Yeah.
But there are still clips of it going
There
around.
are clips out there. Basically, they're what looks like in a car park. I don't know if they're trying to start some underground battle rap or something, but they're in a car park for whatever reason, and Harley Dean calms them down. And and then they ask him to sing
Seems
a song.
to be a trend of players quieting people down to start
a song. Who was it? The Sheffield United player.
Goalkeeper, innit?
The Henderson, was it? Yeah, he started singing.
The manager's been doing it,
Mind the Gap Sheffield Wednesday night. It's just a joke. But anyway, Harley Dean calms down and he starts singing the song, F the EFL. There's a camera in his face. That finds its way onto social media.
That happens, though, in this modern day. Cameras are about, world. I think...
this is where I sit and I take...
what's the question? The
question was, what's your opinion on it?
We were asked to talk about it.
Is it wrong or is it right that it was put onto social media? I think that Harley Dean is allowed to go and enjoy himself. Harley Dean has an opinion on the Football League, whether it be right or wrong, whether it be justified or not, he has an opinion. My opinion on the EFL is sometimes we sing it unnecessarily, but yes, they're also a very incompetent bunch at the Football League. So fine. Harley Dean has proceeded to sing that. Again, his choice. He puts himself at risk if he sings that song. He knows the implications. He's singing about not his payers, but he plays for this football association, a governing body. And yeah, now whether it should have been put on social media, personally, I think not. I can understand why the person has put it on social media, because at the time I'm sure they haven't thought, oh, this is really going to screw everyone over. And he's just thought, it's a laugh, he's singing, he's swearing, let's put it on. And I get that, but I also see where the older generation are coming from when they say, no, it's not acceptable. Because now the players are not going to want to interact with fans. They're not going to want to go on nights out with them. They're not going to want to go and speak to them. They're not going to want to sing with them.
I feel very uncomfortable about this.
But at the same time, the person who obviously is in the firing line didn't mean it to get out of hand.
Okay.
And I don't think the Birmingham Mail have helped either.
Can I put my 2 pence in on this?
But go on.
So, in any job, you have to act professional. And there is some sort of decorum that you have to hold. And that's not me being pompous and stuck up. If you were to go to work and disrespect your company...
Do it all the time.
You'd get in trouble, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but...
No, serious.
Yeah.
This is serious.
Yeah.
You would. And I personally think that Harley Dean should know better. Shit on the Villa's fine because it's banter, it's rivalry. Fuck the EFL is something completely different. Now, it's okay fans doing it because we don't get paid by the EFL. We can't get a ban from... We can, but we can't necessarily get a ban from football games from the EFL. I personally believe that if he was in his own time with the players on their own, like they have the lock-ins at Lane 7, absolutely fine, because then the players themselves are in control of what goes on social media. When you're out in public with people that
have cameras and
have phones and will film and will put stuff online, whether it's for their own benefit or not saying it isn't, but I can understand why it's perceived that way. I think it's really important to understand that both parties have a responsibility, as by putting that out there, they are projecting Birmingham City.
Yeah,
and I think that I take it seriously because, as someone that wants to go into the media and have a job in the media,
she never told you that.
She mentioned it.
She's mentioned it once.
But we run Birmingham Fan TV, and what we want to do is include fans, and we want to get in touch with the footballers and create an environment where everyone can come together, players, fans, staff alike, which probably won't happen now because of people taking videos and publishing them. Yes, Dean shouldn't have done it. Yes, it probably shouldn't have been posted, but I can understand why it was posted. But then again, you have a responsibility as a citizen journalist to be very careful about what you post online. Think before you post. I've been guilty of it. We've all been guilty of it, but this is quite serious, especially after what's happened at Birmingham City this season.
Mine doesn't go on social media. Mine goes on Channel 5 and then I get ripped apart for it. But that's a completely different kettle of fish. Go on. This is going to be good.
The awards show, first of all. How much were the tickets for the awards show?
Dependent on table. I think the first...
About £150 per
The first few rows about 1,500. Towards the back, it's 150.
And then you obviously had players on your table, didn't you?
Yeah.
No,
not on mine.
But people did.
Some people
I did a few years ago, mate. Yeah. Neil Erdley, Brock Madsen and Connell Truman on my table. What a table.
The A-listers. Okay.
Yeah.
And who were these tables open to? Who could buy these tables?
Anyone. You can buy any table at any point, but as long as you've got the money. Of course, it's a money-making.
So what you've got here is an event that anyone can buy tickets to. Anyone can pay silly money to go to. How much for the beer? Stupid money?
Fiver a pint. We'll call it £5 a pint.
Expensive beer. Anyone can pay any money to go to. Yeah?
Mm.
So what is this player awards? Is it an awards ceremony for players which seems, if I'm honest, is a little bit daft anyway, because if you've got goal of the season, you're up against maybe 5 other people, if that. It's not like you're winning goal of the championship or goal of like the UK or whatever.
Yeah.
It's I don't want to say it's phony, but it's a bit let's pat ourselves on the back. Fine. So in my opinion, they're not, I don't want to say they're not proper awards, but they're just, we're going to pat ourselves on the back.
I don't know if you know about this, but they have auctions and silent auctions. And the tickets for the raffle thing were £10 each.
Where's that money go to?
I think it's Jeff Horsford Foundation. But there was silent auctions. Basically, you just took a book up to the back. And everything was like £1,000 plus. Okay.
So the point I'm getting to, because I'm...
Too much money for me.
Yeah. I'm getting around to it.
Quickly.
Why? We run out of time.
No, he's joking.
I'm joking.
Sorry. It's not like the Oscars, where celebrities are all there and it's just celebrities and it's all in-house. We all know each other. We have this element of trust with each other. It's a fan event. It's, if anything, it's a way of getting money out of the fans, sorry to say it. It's a bit of fan appreciation as well. Obviously a fan won an award. And it's, if anything, it's a PR stunt, dare I say it?
Every club does it, though.
I'm not saying it's just... I'm not slagging us off for doing it. I've no problem with us doing it.
You're on about the general consensus.
All I'm doing is I'm pointing out the fact that this is not... yes, everyone was suited and booted, but it's not a closed show. It's not the Oscars. It's not the BAFTAs. It's not a...
Yeah, Chris was
there. By invite only.
Chris was there.
Yeah, it's not a by invite only. It is a, if you pay money, you can come, which makes it a fan event. We agreed it's a fan event?
Yeah, it's an expensive fan event.
It's an expensive fan event. With that in mind, those players should know this is a fan event. We should probably watch what we're about to say. Because all these fans have got phones. We know they've got cameras because we've been posing photos with them all night. We can get drunk any night of the year with all our friends. I'm not saying they don't deserve a drink. What I'm saying is, it's a fan event. Be aware, some of those fans are probably going to film a little bit. And if you're going to start singing, Shit on the Villa, I've got no problem with, if I'm honest.
Don't think that's
I've got a problem with it. It's just a song, who cares? But to actively go and potentially wind the EFL up, who we already know aren't our biggest fans, is not the brightest thing in the world to do.
Understatement.
I think people are massively over-exaggerated on both sides. It's not the worst thing in the world, and it's not nothing. There's a grey area in the middle. But in this world of social media hysteria, there's no such thing as grey area. Yeah. It's either we're all going to die or we've all won the lottery. It's extremes. As for the person uploading it, which we're not, why aren't we saying his name?
We're just keeping it PC.
Okay, we're keeping it PC. The person who uploaded it, you all know who he is.
We're trying not to erupt into an argument.
Yeah, okay. The person who uploaded it, he is a vlogger. Regardless of your opinions on vloggers, I personally, the thought of having someone sat next to me commentating a game drives me mad.
See, that's why we don't do it, because it drives us mad.
That, and we got pulled up a few times, but you know.
But it's the modern
we don't
can't be asked with the arguments with the Football League and the Premier League that I've had already.
Yeah, but it's beside the point. So regardless of your opinion on vloggers, he is a vlogger. He is standing 2 foot away from Harley Dean with the phone in his face. Harley Dean knows that phone's there. As a vlogger, surely it's his sole goal to record things that happened and put them on the internet.
Of course, yeah.
So he recorded what happened and he put it on the internet, and now everyone's gone mad about it. Was it a smart thing to put it on the internet? Perhaps not. Was it misjudged? Perhaps not. This is also the same player who, after the same person who, after the Mitchell punch, tweeted about how funny it was and got a hell of a backlash from that. I have also said quite openly, I clapped and laughed and found it funny as well. I wrote an article about how I clapped and found it funny, and with the beauty of hindsight, you actually think, perhaps someone's just punched Grealish there, perhaps I shouldn't have. And Joe, I said his name now, undoubtedly thought, after seeing his backlash, it's funny, but people are going a bit mad about this now. It's not the worst thing, and it's not nothing, but Harley Dean, as the professional and the representative of Birmingham City, which Joe is not, he should have been smart enough to think. He stands there for a good 30 seconds, perhaps, thinking, what song shall I sing? We have got a lot of songs. We've got one, you might have heard of it, it's Keep Right On, it's quite a well-known one. But he bypassed all that and went to the EFL one.
Yeah.
It wasn't the smartest thing to do.
Not quite yippy, though, is it?
He was drunk, and we've all done very silly things. I probably said numerous stupid things on this podcast. This may be one of them, I don't know.
Probably.
So
opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one.
Exactly. Perhaps what should have happened is maybe Joe should have looked at it from an outsider's point of view. Perhaps maybe should have said to Harley, "Do you have a problem with putting this on?" Harley, by the looks of it, doesn't seem to care about it. And I dare say the AFL are going to do nothing because, let's be honest, no one's died. It's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
Yeah,
it's
but
caused
you know
all
what
this
they're
uproar. And yeah, you're poking the bear by sharing it round. So, for an on-the-fence answer, Joe probably shouldn't have uploaded it, and I think he knows that. And Harley certainly shouldn't have sang it, and I'd like to think he knows that. The event was a fan event. At a fan event, you should treat it as a PR opportunity, not let's get smashed with our mates.
Yeah.
Because the fans aren't mates. I know that we like to think we all are, but if you're at a fan event, there has to be that line, in my opinion.
Fair point. Now that the difficult one's out of the way, I think you can gauge our thoughts and feelings from that one.
Yeah,
but let us know your thoughts down in the comments, please. Please do.
Get awkward, but
no. Like, look.
No offence intended. No horribleness intended. Just speaking about our opinions, and we see things very differently.
I think it's fair.
Let's get some light-hearted ones.
Go on then.
Who's the weirdest member of the BFTV team? That comes from Jack BCFC.
Because he knows it's him.
Jack BCFC, the same guy who is our head writer at the minute. Jack, you are the nominated weirdest member because we see some of the things that you post, and we also see what you put in that little WhatsApp chat.
We see the stuff you put on Twitter, and you don't want to see the stuff he doesn't put on Twitter.
I was going to say, some of the stuff he puts in this WhatsApp chat are horrendous. So.
Yeah, he's a pretty weird
I think all our lives are so much better though for meeting Jack and his weirdness.
Yeah, Jack's a good lad. If you don't, we're going to put his Twitter just there. Don't go and follow him. He's a good lad.
He's going
to be coming on over the summer. Please keep your eye out for that one. It's going to be one to watch. Yeah. It's going to be funny. And Chris,
he'll come on. It'll be the shyest, most boring.
He did come across as a bit shy, didn't he? Actually, when we saw him at Bristol a few weeks ago.
No, he was fine.
No, he's a good lad.
You just are very noisy.
I know. Lee Adams, Matchmore shirt, good lad.
Lee.
I was thinking, if you don't know, Lee Adams he does the walks.
He did the walk from Craven Cottage to St Andrews.
Yes, and we did it. I was thinking I should
get him on
and retweet that video that we did out.
100%. If you do, Lee, if you're watching this, don't forget to come and jump on if you want to jump on. If you're ever down here, or if you want, obviously, I will
always get him on the phone or something.
Yeah, if you want to come on and do a Skype call with us, don't forget.
I was watching
we'll contact you. Don't worry.
It's about an hour long video, maybe half an hour long video. I watched the trailer for it earlier. I thought, oh yeah, I did that. I did the last little bit of their massive walk.
We need to do a fundraiser for them.
Yeah,
we'll do something.
Sponsored podcast.
Lee asked if we're looking forward to coming to the home of football next season.
I go every week.
I actually really like Fulham away. If you've never been,
I haven't been there.
Really good away day.
I don't like it.
Oh, it's really good.
If only I knew someone out there who could get me tickets.
You do?
Lee.
I just don't like it because I feel like there's a neutral
Travel
section.
with me. We could have our own little carpool to every away game. We could have me, you, and Jack and Chris.
Wow.
Oh, imagine.
Don't tell me that car wouldn't have been funny. Don't tell me that.
Here we go.
Don't tell me that wouldn't erupt. You and Chris would be at it all day, and Jack would be in the middle making bathwater jokes. But I like Fulham, so I'm looking forward to that. Nathan said, "What's the funniest blues chant you've ever heard?"
Stephen Carr's Blue Note. No,
okay.
It's not the funniest, but it's my favourite.
I quite like the Cardiff song.
Which one's that?
We're
Cardiff dance.
Doing the Cardiff dance.
Oh, hello. Couldn't say French. Hello.
I always like the "We don't care about Carson."
Yeah, that was great because even 18 months after Carson had gone, they were still singing it.
I always find it's the away fans that are the funniest.
Yeah.
I think, as I've said it before, that one that Brentford sang about Harley Dean, I thought I couldn't help laughing. When it was the first time they'd come to us after we signed Harley Dean, and Harley Dean did that interview where he said Blues are 10 times better. It's 10 times better, we're winning 1-0. 10 times better, we're winning 2-0. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
Tottenham are winning. There you go.
Lucas Moore. I'm pretty sure Tottenham are through to the final.
What's that on aggregate? Well, they've got the away.
Well, it's 3-3, but they've got the away. They've got 3 away goals. They're through, isn't they?
Come on, Spurs.
It's the Spurs-Liverpool Champions League final.
It's an English final.
I'm pretty sure it is, isn't it? Lucas Moura's got a hat-trick. Sorry, we're doing this while the Spurs game's on. Why do we do a podcast every week when there's a good football game on? The last Champions League round that we did a podcast, we missed the Man City Spurs game. What's the you people better appreciate this. So yeah, Mark Stewart says, most unusual thing happened to you at any game you've attended?
I got lost in the ground. I got lost. I was a kid. I was about maybe 10, 12 years old. And we used to sit in where you used to sit, actually, just a bit further along in the Kop.
Yeah.
It used to be the old family stand. End of the game, Dad disappears, Uncle disappears. I couldn't find him. Went to the steward and like crying. He's like, I've lost my dad.
Oh,
At that game, Jasper Carrott was there at half time doing the whatever talking. The steward took me down to meet Jasper Carrott in his box, and he was sharing his Quality Street with me and all this while they put out Over the Tannoy. We've got a lost little ginger kid here.
Someone collect this little ragtag.
Someone collect him, and my dad got there. I was like, yeah, but it's Jasper Carrott. I don't care about you now. I've got a new daddy. that was fun.
But yeah, couple. We've got time for two more.
What's the weirdest thing that happened to you?
Oh, okay. We went to a Women's Cup final with Blues, actually. Man City Blues. We lost 4-0. 2017 Women's Cup FA Cup final. The person in front of me had a metal knife and fork at half time eating food. And I mean, I know it's probably not the weirdest thing, but off the top of my head...
Are you allowed to take them into the stadium these days?
But it just summed up A, women's football at the minute, and B, Wembley.
Don't get me started.
But we'll leave it at that. Two more questions. We'll go for two off Instagram. Who would be your replacement if Adam goes?
No,
I have no idea.
Isaac Vassell.
Shut up, you. Stop it. I don't know. I would go and do some recruitment abroad. I think there's no point in trying to pick the bones in the lower leagues because they know that they can command fees now. So.
Like I said before, I think one of the promotion sides look at the people that aren't going to be playing for them and poach one of them.
No, I don't think there's anything we can pick the bones of. So, and I think this leads on to our next question: how do we aim to rebuild with financial restrictions? And your channel is awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you lie.
How dare you? Why'd you bring me down? We get so many compliments, and Mark always goes, nah.
Because I assume they're written by you.
You're a cynic.
Yeah.
The way we rebuild is simply incredibly smart and well thought out recruitment. They should be sitting down now to recruit right at this very minute.
Have we got rid of anyone yet?
No, the day that the season finished, they should have sat down and began.
Didn't Dick Star Wars say that on Twitter?
Brian Dick?
No, Don Wren, Dick Star Wars. Didn't he say the new season starts today, the day after the last?
Oh, but he's lying. He'll go away.
Was it him or was it Cheng?
Oh, it was Cheng. I
don't know. They're all
good. Cheng. I like Cheng.
They're all phantoms, aren't they?
The way we rebuild is simply to be clever and not go out and spend money on Hotter like we did and on 40 grand a week. We set ourselves a wage budget of 15, 20 grand a week. No more than.
Yeah, the way we're clever is we utilise players we got, like Charlie Lakin and Isaac Vassell.
Yes, but if they're not good enough, don't use them. Don't wind me up about these things.
Get some better accountants, because obviously we can't manage our money.
Oh, well, they've already had one lot go this year, so we don't want a second lot going. But
I'll do it.
Yeah, recruitment's going to be difficult this summer, but I think it's a video that will cover on its own.
Oh,
I think it's a video that I will cover and I will lead, because I know enough about it if I had the time to sit down and deal with it.
And obviously we don't.
But I will, because I'm getting a different... We're going to have two settings for the studio. The studio's having two parts, so you will see different videos. It's actually going to be the other side of the room over there.
Oh, good.
But, you know,
where my Duke picture is.
Yeah. But I think that just about wraps it up. I think we've been over enough. I think we've moaned enough tonight.
You have.
We've done enough ranting. And
this is the most positive I've ever been.
Yeah, you have had a positive.
It's been very positive.
Yeah. No, but guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and don't forget to comment on all the things that we have discussed. Have a go at me, have a go at Mark, and have a go at him because
I'll cry.
It's now the off season. I'm American apparently. Please just fire away anything that you want to see, any changes that you want to see made, or anything you want to see included that you think.
Get Mark off.
Get Mark off is one.
Mark's not going. Mark's
staying. Anywhere. Mark's the best bit about it. Let's be realistic.
Let's be honest.
It's the highlight of my week having Mark come over to my house.
I have the talent.
He likes being in our house. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's episode 10. I'm delighted we've got here.
I'm amazed.
By episode 20, we'll have had some new guests on.
You hope.
No, we will. We will have. I know we have. So keep your eyes out for that, guys. But thanks so much for watching. Go and follow us on social media. Go and drop us a like. And that's all from me, Mark.
Yeah. This Game of Thrones episode was slightly better.
Bye.
Right. See you next week, guys.
Keep right on.